Wow.
Hey, we're live.
Hey!
Hello.
Whoa, we exist. We're not dead.
We are
We're
not
out.
dead, yes. It's always a
I
good
tried.
Got pretty close too.
Yeah, you did. You fractured your neck.
I mean,
That's
Yeah, that
pretty
was-
close.
Better that than your butthole.
so, well, yeah. So, explanation. At a work accident, which meant that I had severe whiplash and a fracture on the bifid, which is the knobbly bit of my C5 vertebrae. So I couldn't really carry anything or sit, stand, or walk for too long. So I've had a really good last couple of months. If you want to know what's on Netflix and what to watch and what not to watch, you go. Don't watch the Dota anime.
I've got international Netflix.
No, you don't.
I do. No, I've got international Netflix.
With a torrent. Not a torrent.
VPN.
VPN.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't, because we're on Twitch.
I didn't say that.
What?
You said that.
No.
Anyway, I've got the summary if anyone's interested.
No, wait, no. So, if it's your first
Just gotta
time
figure
and you
out
enjoy the
shit.
content, if you could hit follow, if you want to catch up, all the past episodes are on YouTube. There's a link below. If you chuck a subscribe on YouTube, that'd be good, because 100 subscriptions and we can get the vanity URL finally. It's never going to happen. Is it going to happen? Well, if we all did 5,
If we keep doing this long enough, it'll happen. Like one a year. The next, I don't know, 100 years?
one stream a year.
50 years? There you go, 50 years, 2 streams a year.
Okay. That's fine.
Dreams are free.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I did math.
And Claire has a recap.
Okay. The adventurers walk in silence back to the Purple Glove, some of them feeling the painful effects of their wounds and loss of blood from their deal with the vampire. Despite coming out on top, it didn't quite feel like a victory on their part, and they are left with more questions than answers. Before entering the inn, John declares that he will take on the task of taking Anton back to Captain Dusk and have him explain his side of the story to her. Eleanor, on the other hand, chooses to stay with the rest of the party to explain her refusal to return to Freeport. The heroes gather in one of their rented rooms and use the privacy to start questioning Eleanor before making a decision on how to proceed. Eleanor explains that she is on a divine quest to kill a cruel king from the great kingdom of Vassar to prevent the destruction of Freeport and the deaths of priests and clerics of all faiths. My God, Kevin!
What?
And I need a comma or a full stop. In doing so, she needed the vambrace of the deep from Lord Ostergaard. She does, however, express her doubts about the motivations of the god or gods behind her quest, a misgiving shared by Sasha as well. Eleanor also explains having to secretly leave Freeport because she was being hunted by dangerous thugs and strange cultists, the same ones that the party encountered when rescuing Urbag from his abductors many weeks ago. She goes on to ask for the party's help, even though it is not their calling, and may go against what Bothan and her father requested of them. After short deliberation, the heroes decide that it is better to help. Oh, speaking of, because there's less of us, does that mean it's going to get more chaotic because the people that normally keep us in line aren't here? Anyway, after short deliberation, the 3 heroes decide that it is better to help the
I
wayward
wouldn't
girl.
describe the people not here as the ones who keep us in line. No?
Well, like, if there's a vote, like, the morally, like, straight ones aren't here. After short deliberation, the heroes decide that it
Yes.
is better to help the wayward girl as she is clearly too stubborn to return to Freeport with her quest unfinished. The party realizes that Eleanor's determination comes partly from being inspired by their own brave actions and callous deeds. And if her warnings hold true, perhaps there is a larger picture at hand to consider as well. Regardless, everyone involved seems to be caught up in a bigger purpose that lies ahead of them and not back at Freeport. With that decision, Saren offers to relay their choice back to her mother and smooth things over on behalf of the party. The heroes then split up to their rooms and rest for an hour to tend to their wounds. Left alone in their room, Urbag and Sasha burn the scroll that was handed to Urbag earlier that day. To their surprise, it turns out to be a magical communicative link to Urbag's nemesis, the halfling assassin, Olive. She warns him that word has gotten out that the heroes are no longer in Freeport or at the guild house. Furthermore, there are a number of assassins and bounty hunters out to claim the price on the heroes' heads. Strangely, most of them are in turn being murdered by a coordinated force of drow assassins. Unfortunately, this leaves only the strongest and most terrifying still out looking for the party. Aisha is first to rise and head down into the common room of the inn. She immediately realizes something is amiss as the area is deserted and the usual cooking fires are silent. Retreating back to the room, she warns the rest of her comrades. They decide to hide within Urbag's extra-dimensional room disguised as a common closet door. This buys them only a few moments before a trio of ghostly frost maidens pass through the door and demand Eleanor be surrendered to them. A deadly fight ensues, and the party manages to keep the girl protected from harm as they skillfully vanquish the maidens one by one, shattering them into bits of ghostly ice. Have they made a right choice in supporting Eleanor's quest? Have their enemies caught up with them? Will they be blamed for criminal actions at the inn? And can they trust Olive's warning, or is she playing with Urbag's feelings?
She's always playing with my feelings.
Oh. Anyway, thanks, Kevin. Take it away.
Welcome back, everyone. We are in episode 18.
Yep.
Siege in the Night.
Episode 18. Will it ever end?
Will it ever end? Depends on how often we play.
Hopefully more often now.
So you are left in that secret magical room that Urbag owns. Wounded, bloody, battered.
Can I have a sleep? I want a long rest.
Haven't we got people bashing the door down?
No.
Are they finished? We killed them.
You killed the 3 ghosts that moved into the room to attack you. Right now, all seems quiet. Obviously, you are still in your extra dimensional space, so there's not much sound you can hear from outside. What do you wish to do? Eleanor looks deathly afraid, now realizing that perhaps whatever has been chasing her and you has caught up.
I would really like a long rest. Can we long rest in here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna stay.
And because the fight only took less than a minute, we have enough time to have a long rest.
It was 24 hours.
Or do you?
Yeah,
We're better off in
something
here,
else coming.
because at least it takes a decent amount of people. Like, you've got to be pretty good to get into here, whereas regular folk struggle to do so. So we're better off in here than we are out there on the run again.
So
It's a handy door to have.
Yeah.
So
That's where we can release the bob.
I suggest we rest up in here,
I had a good idea.
have a nap, and then figure out what the fuck's happened outside 24 hours after.
Yeah.
When the whole room will be a crime scene because the police will be there.
We'll just come out and be like, what? Sorry, we were in the closet.
We have,
So is that what you wish to do?
I think that's
100%.
our best option.
Yeah.
You settle in for your long-awaited rest.
With setting up watches, though. We're not just gonna...
You settle in for your long-awaited rest.
Yeah, I
and
only need
10
4
minutes
hours,
pass.
so.
10 minutes pass, and then you hear a very loud, insistent knocking at the door.
I'll go check it out because I'm on watch.
Sasha will open the door with Demal.
Yeah, cool.
You open, and you are greeted by the sight of a rather stern-looking elven guard. He's obviously in charge of the 2 subordinates that are with him. And he says, we require that you step out and answer some questions.
Questions in regard to what, good sir?
With regards to the massacre that has just happened at this inn.
Can we just be like, we're really tired. Can we have like, I don't know, 4 hours
What-
and I'll come back to you?
What massacre at the inn? We've been in our room that we have purchased and hired.
Yes.
In here, sleeping.
The whole time.
He explains that the workers and the owner of the inn downstairs have all been massacred. And you appear, the people in this room, he obviously glances behind, appear to be the only ones currently living aside from his
Who's got
own
good
men,
fibbing and good charm? Anyone?
The charismatic too.
Yeah, go.
who are resting. But I guess they're not really asleep.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it's
Okay.
10 minutes the door.
Yeah.
Someone knocks
Yeah,
on the door.
10 minutes someone knocks the door.
And Damal's just going to be smart and shut up.
Yes.
Sasha will say, you saying that's happened outside? When did it happen?
He says, perhaps I should explain myself better. I am Captain Elaine Farrell, 2nd Division of the Kelnor Guard. By authority of the Kelnor ruling government, I require that you follow me down to answer some questions.
Yep. Do you need all of us or just me?
We would prefer that all of you follow us down to be interviewed and questioned.
I have a
Right.
question.
Oh, wait,
Yes.
it's a story.
Relevant question.
Yes.
Do we legitimately know there was a massacre, or do we not?
Do you legitimately...
Yeah, no, we
D-Ron
know.
is the only one that knows. He didn't tell us.
Yes,
That's true.
but he didn't see any dead bodies. He saw a deserted downstairs, and then
So he didn't
ran
see
back
any
upstairs.
dead bodies.
Yes,
so
so
we can
you
all legitimately say
Yeah.
we had no.
Yeah.
without bluffing, saying that you had no idea. Okay.
That's what I was.
I will
mechanics
agree to his terms,
based.
and let him know that we obviously look quite battered and meated. We have recently come back to this room, not as a result of this.
Yeah.
And like, we're not going to lie to you, mate. We'll come with you. We'll do
Okay.
everything you need.
He steps aside from the door. Obviously, he kind of gestures that all of you follow him downstairs.
But yeah,
We follow.
Okay, you follow him.
Yeah, it's all good.
Downstairs, you see a couple of other guards. They seem to be kind of like searching the place and looking around. You don't see any dead bodies, of course, but you
Yep.
know that something serious has happened.
Can I ask him if they have an estimated time of death?
He says this happened maybe 15 minutes ago, prior to him hearing news that something was going on in this inn.
Jeez, they're quick.
Yeah.
Do I have the ability to heal? Commander? I think the
I'm
only
I'm
healing
at
I have-
full of what I have left.
No, but I might have. Died in the last minute.
As you walk down the stairs, he's obviously ahead of you, and then he studies all of you at the bottom, and he says, I trust that you will answer my questions honestly and there will be no trouble.
No, not
Okay.
at all.
He pulls out a little notebook and he looks at it, and then he glances back at you and he says, first question I have to ask, I have on my notes here that you travel with a drow lady and some sort of knightly looking fellow.
Mhm.
Where
What do I look like right now?
you're still an elf.
I'm still a high elf.
Yeah.
Now-
According to the inn's registry, there is a drow lady and a like warrior type knight who has signed up, checked in at the same time with your party.
Knightly man.
May I know where they are?
they have travelled outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
You will find him located in such and such camp.
Yeah, he seems satisfied with your answer since you are not bluffing. Yeah.
Technically lying, because I said that he will be located
You
there
said they.
at first, but I said he will be located there.
But in
Yeah,
sense, he
yeah.
says, are you aware of what has happened at this inn?
No,
He explains
the first thing you told us was that.
the kitchen staff, the waiters, and the owner of the inn have all been killed in suspicious circumstances. They have been dragged to the kitchen and left there. Their bodies are in a cold, frozen state. Would you know what has caused such a thing, since you appear to be the only witnesses?
A cold, frozen state, you say?
We could totally
I
talk
have-
about
I
the
have no
assassins
knowledge
that we
of-
killed.
I have heard of a group of assassins
Mm-hmm.
called the whatever they were called, the Sitling Sisters, the Cold Sisters,
Because they
Yeah,
did
what was
introduce
that?
themselves.
Yeah.
The sister's bitch.
whatever the title of the episode was, because that was
Yeah.
their name, wasn't it?
Sure, you
Yeah.
can mention that.
Yep. And
The
heard
Sisters
that
3.
the Sisters 3,
Yeah.
and I've heard that they have been in the area hunting somebody recently.
He says, very interesting. Have you seen them? And do you know who they are hunting?
We have seen them.
Yeah.
As to exactly who they were hunting, it's hard to tell. But they did try and confront us.
Yes. And
There
how
was,
did that confrontation go?
it ended in a fight.
He looks around and says, and where did this fight take place? It doesn't look like a fight has happened in here, and obviously he doesn't really know how big your secret room
Extra
is.
dimensional
Yeah.
spaces,
Yeah,
yeah.
he knows there's something funky with
Yeah.
it because you've put it in a closet
Yeah.
and you're all hiding in it. So he asks, like, where did this fight take place? And what was the outcome?
Well, we're still here, so that's a good start.
And they're not.
Well, he notices now that he puts two and two together and he sees most of you are quite wounded.
Yeah.
And he asks again, like, what happened to them?
They fought us in our extra dimensional space.
Yeah.
And as is the legal right through the land, we defended our property and ourselves on our personal
Technically
property.
correct.
Yeah.
Technically correct.
Yeah. Love this.
And
and defeated them.
Sure. He seems a little bit impressed that you managed to best, I guess,
well-known
well-known or somewhat known assassins. He does also seem to be affected by the fact that he recognizes Urbag from a gladiatorial fight.
Yeah.
The previous day.
It was me.
Yes, he
Yeah.
recognizes you.
Ah.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
So he's seen your capabilities.
My prowess.
His prowess.
I did not bad in that fight, though, right? Because, like, I won up until the
yeah, you
last
won
and then the
up
last fight
until
you
the
got
last
fucking
fight,
destroyed
and then
straight
you got
away.
destroyed.
because it was, like,
Yeah.
a giant...
But no one
comeback.
expected you to get that fast, so that's
Yeah.
why it was more impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's actually, let's say, he has a positive reaction to the fact that you technically didn't lie to him. Yep. He says, very well. Try to stay in the city in case we have any follow-up questions.
Can't guarantee that. Sorry.
He suggests that you find a different place to live just because the owners are currently dead and it's a crime scene.
Yep.
Why?
Is he talking to him individually?
No, you are all there,
okay.
but
Standing
he
behind me
seems
on
to
the
be
stairs.
conversing with Sasha more because she's the only one answering
Are we
the
still in the
question.
Can I
Dead
just
City?
be like,
We're literally still in the.
Do-
We've walked down the stairs and.
do we
In the Dead City,
technically-
right?
Yeah.
Do we have to find somewhere else? Or can we just keep staying here? Because technically we're paid up until whenever we're...
He says it is a crime scene, so usual protocols, you're not meant to stay here.
Yeah.
So
So
we'll
you
be
gonna
seized
pay
Do
for
you-
another
is-
inn
is-
for
is-
us then?
Yeah,
he
who
says
pays for
you're
that?
out of luck. You can put a request in with the
With
The
the
city?
authority.
council or authorities.
Is there an inn you would recommend that people who are not from the city can stay?
He thinks to himself and he says, I don't think people will be that unfriendly to you. You can go for any inn. Whether that's true or not, you're not sure.
Insight. I want to do an
Insect.
insight
You can.
to see if he's truthful.
Oh, can I just see what I can see? Do a perception roll for the... Oh, sorry. Can I just see what I can see in the inn?
Okay.
Like,
You make
what
your
am I-
perception roll. You can make your insight roll.
Oh, God damn it. These dice have been in this bag for way too long. The dice.
You need one of whatever.
You need another, a container of
How much was that?
Lots.
25 cents.
The total is...
Glad
Perception will be wisdom, maybe?
Plus that.
I'm asking Claire about her
16.
fancy little dice bag, and Shay's like, I have a glad plastic bag.
So, looking around the lower floor of the inn, you do realize a couple of things. First, the temperature in the area is a lot colder than when you first came in or when you've hung out here.
Yep.
None of the staff are around. You don't see any dead bodies. However, there is a bit of commotion coming from like the kitchen or the bedroom areas. You see at least 4 guards
Yeah.
around with the captain that Sasha is talking to, and they're kind of like searching the place, but kind of half-heartedly.
I'm going to wander off while Sasha's talking and just see what the commotion
Where
is at
do
the
you
back door.
wish to wander off to?
Where the commotion is at the back door.
Okay. Are you purposely trying to be sneaky?
No,
or
no,
are you
I'm just
wandering?
like casually like, well, no one's paying attention to me. I'm just going to walk off.
Okay, I will tell you the results of that after we deal with his.
12.
Your 12 insight. You believe that what he's saying is true. People will not be hostile to you or outsiders. You think that it may be because you are now known as
Because of my prowess.
Yeah.
My prowess and the
your
gladiatorial
athletic
arena.
abilities.
Swag zombie fighter.
No.
One day.
For the
I will
first time,
be
not
like-
really for your bardic
Inspiration.
Yeah.
inspiration,
well,
but
'cause-
for your
'cause my-
fighting prowess.
You
My
should-
singing prowess wouldn't extend to the
Should've done
underdepths of
Yes.
the city.
Yeah, I guess it would impress a different group of people.
Yeah, because I don't sing heavy metal.
Sure.
Death metal. Imagine death metal.
Does Sasha wish to do anything?
Sasha will just continue to converse with the guy to try and get any information.
Any
of
particular questions you want to ask?
Just
Who does number 2 work
better
for?
better areas to try and stay in. General direction of what, like, because I know it's set up in what, 9 districts, the town.
7, I
7
believe, with the
districts?
central.
Central one's the one we're probably going to stick in, but there's only
Yeah,
like
but you're currently in the Bazaar district.
Yeah.
The map is gone somewhere. You are in the trading and merchants district, and that's where you currently are.
Yeah.
You don't want to obviously go to the academy district
Yeah.
or
The fancy
fancy like noble districts.
Um,
The church districts might work as well, but you're not sure whether there are any inns there.
Why can't we go to the noble districts?
You can, but it's rare that there would be an inn for the public commoner.
Right.
there.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
they'd be like fancy.
Damal walks off.
Starbucks.
You don't. Strangely, they don't really seem to stop you. They don't care.
Yeah.
You peep into the kitchen area. You see a guard there and another person that looks like he's dressed like a priest.
Yeah.
If you want, you can roll a religion check to identify his symbol.
Yeah.
Religionness.
He seems crouched over a partially frozen corpse. So it looks like the corpse or the person was frozen. They fell to the ground and part of them shattered.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's cool.
like
they are
Sub-Zero
kind of
style.
thawing at the moment.
11.
11.
Boring.
You have no idea. As far as you can tell, it is one of the gods of the dead. Do you
Okay.
continue watching or do you back off?
I'm just gonna chill out. See if they notice me. If they do, I'll be
Oh,
like,
they're
shit,
not
sorry.
paying you any
Yeah.
attention
No.
whatsoever. You're just kind of peeking through the door. You see
And
the...
Can I roll a perception? Just because I'm in. Sorry.
Yeah, you
Can I
can.
see what I can see?
Yeah.
Thanks.
After that, I have something.
12.
You don't notice anything particular of note aside from the fact that, which is not really hidden, the priest that you've seen, he seems to be like kind of crouching over the body and he's casting a spell.
Oh yeah.
And strangely, he seems to be, after he casts a spell, he seems to be conversing with the body and asking it questions.
That's cool.
You can't hear the
That's really
answers, but you can hear the questions. He's asking mostly what has happened, who
I
has
can
done
get that,
this,
That's cool.
whether the
You can get it. thought it
6
was
people
impossible.
outside, is it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people outside have any part to play in the massacre that happened downstairs.
Yeah. Okay.
After a while, he seems like satisfied with the answers.
Yeah.
He mentions it to the guard. The guard walks back and he's now walking towards you where you are peeking through the door.
I'm just gonna
Go back
hightail
there?
it. Yeah, but like casually walk around the inn, just like I'm bored and waiting for Sash
Sure.
to finish off.
You walk back to the inn.
Which is
Like-
not untrue.
Looking like, yeah.
Meanwhile, you see the rest of you see the guard come in through
Yeah.
the kitchen. He goes over and whispers to the captain that was talking to Sasha. Captain makes a few notes and then he says, well, it would seem that you have answered our questions truthfully. You are free to go
Cool. Sweet.
and not arrested for any crimes.
Which is kind of lucky
That
because
we did and didn't commit all at the same time.
Well,
Because we were
you
the
did-
cause of all of their deaths.
Yeah, you did self-defense and
Technically.
you were in your own area, so you
Yeah,
didn't
but we
cause any
didn't.
damage.
We didn't kill the people. Right?
Yeah, you didn't kill the
Ju-
people.
we're the reason they're dead, but we didn't kill them.
So it's manslaughter.
no
Is
manslaughter
it?
is
No,
manslaughter
you have to be
implies
involved.
intention.
Yeah, you'd have to be involved.
Indirectly, we were involved.
Yeah, but,
but
implies,
that isn't-
manslaughter implies intention.
No, manslaughter is direct involvement,
Yeah.
but unintentional.
Is it?
I believe that's part of the definition.
I guess.
I don't know.
What I was going to
Lawyer
ask.
Kevin.
What I was going to ask was to the DM rather than the dude.
Yeah.
When we had our discussions with Eleanor,
Mhm.
we kind of came up with a plan and figured out where she needed to go next, which was into the water, wasn't it?
She needed to go to the sea.
And we've already got the item that she needed to go into the sea
Yes.
because we traded our blood to the vampire man.
Yes. You've made your
so-
trade.
So there is nothing holding us to the city besides trying to probe for more information, which will
We
be
need a nap.
hard to get.
We need to sleep.
Yes, but we don't have to do it here.
Mm.
We can leave the city.
Seems more exciting.
We can leave the city, go back to the camp, so that Eleanor can talk directly
Yeah, look,
with,
what you say makes sense.
and then we can go from that camp the next day to Ocean.
I have the definition of manslaughter. as
Go.
well.
Definition of manslaughter.
Manslaughter is
You fucked up.
an unlawful killing that doesn't involve malice aforethought.
Malice or forethought.
All right.
No,
so
it's aforethought. I've never seen that
it's
word before.
probably intention.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's probably intention.
intent to seriously harm or kill or extreme reckless disregard for life. The absence of malice aforethought means that manslaughter involves less moral blame than either first or second degree murder. So it's like driving down the road and someone jumps out.
We recklessly endangered those people, though, by knowing we were being hunted and abandoning them.
Did we know we were being hunted?
I didn't think we were.
We're with Eleanor, who's been hunted forever.
Oh, right.
Not
sure.
just by us.
Yeah, okay.
Technically, you knew.
Sure.
But you were confident that they would not find you, but you have done things
We
that
have put the laughter back in.
have brought a beacon of light onto your
No.
selves.
No.
With that, you are left alone. The captain kind of just gestures towards the door.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
We
Hopefully that you'll
vacate the premises.
GTF out.
did you reclaim your secret door, or is it still in the closet?
No, as we would have left, he would have reclaimed it.
Well,
'cause
it
pops
disappears,
into-
Because
right?
it is when all of the living things are out of it, it goes.
Oh, it goes pop
goes
back.
back.
Okay,
So
fair
yes.
enough.
To
I thought you
current
had
size.
to
Nah,
deactivate it, I guess.
the moment it either kicks everybody out,
Yeah.
or the moment everybody leaves, it turns back into its
Okay, fair enough.
magic card size.
Yeah. I mean, I can go back upstairs and grab it.
It's fine.
Grab your tissues. Don't leave your tissues. It's a crime scene.
You leave the inn, and outside they're already starting to set up like cordons around to block anyone from coming in. Like there are a couple of confused people kind of looking and wondering what's going on. I guess people who used to stay there or who are
I'm like,
returning are
Who
like,
the fuck?
my stuff is in there. If they were dumb enough to leave their stuff.
Yeah.
I
I do grab my coat before we left because I did drop my coat
Yeah.
off. At the
So
front door.
you grab you retrieve all your things.
And the guard said we could take all our stuff, right?
Yeah.
So,
Once you have left the inn, when you're out of earshot, Eleanor insists, a little bit frighteningly, to all of you. She says, "We have to leave the city now."
Alright, fine.
We already are, Eleanor.
No, but you're kind of walking on the street, and she didn't know whether you were going to.
oh no,
Eleanor,
please.
didn't you get the signal? We gave the signal.
I didn't think you were having your discussion right in front of the guards.
No, we weren't
Yeah,
having
yeah.
that. But
It's a secret eyebrow.
The DM discussion we'd had
Yeah.
was what we'd had previously, so it was known that we were going to need to leave the city anyway after we'd had a long rest. What
Plus,
we've
there's
done
like a
is
secret.
But
code
now you're
eyebrow,
not having the long
eyebrow.
rest. Are you going to leave immediately? Are you going to find a place to long rest first?
we're going to leave
We're
the city
getting the fuck
immediately.
out.
Why? Because it's more dangerous that way.
I have a question.
And
Yes.
I live for
Can
danger.
you
That
raise
should
your
lie.
eyebrows
No,
individually?
no.
Occasionally.
Okay.
It
I
depends
can't.
Because our secret code for we
No,
need
it's-
to leave the
it's-
city
it's
could be
winking.
like, no, that's blinking. I get this all the time.
In the opposite
Claire's
way.
like wink. I'm like, and she's like, no, that's blinking. I'm like, no, it's double winking. Huh? Huh?
and
It's
then
double
and
doubles.
I haven't asked that in several years because I've just given up.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
Anyway, what
So
do
we're
you wish to
leaving.
do?
we're
We're
leaving.
leaving.
Okay.
We're,
Make-
we're going to the Captain Fancy Hats.
Captain Dusk.
That's the word.
You make your way through the city. It takes
I like Captain Fancy.
a while as it starts to head towards the evening hours. You eventually reach the steps where you first entered, and you start making your way through the tunnels. Midway through the tunnels,
Uh-oh.
you hear a series of low rumblings, slowly getting louder,
Oh,
like multiple low-level earthquakes.
Oh, that's
Nice.
The ground begins to shudder, and dirt and rock falls on the party as they move through. There starts to be a great commotion in the tunnel as people rush back inwards towards the city. So you are now going against the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Elven guards, a mix of confusion and worry, they also kind of rush by trying to keep the crowd under control, but it's clear that they are failing to control the panic. Some of them, like they rally, some of them, and the guards start to move in your direction as well to go outside to figure out what's going on
Mhm.
after they've given up controlling the crowd.
Yep.
Around you, there are very mixed shouts in Elvish, and you do make out the words war, attack, and Freeport.
Oh, we haven't said that we're from Freeport at all yet.
no.
Yes, you
Conveniently.
were smart enough to not mention the word
Because I said
Freeport.
I was from Squigglechuff.
Yeah, which
Ah.
is not a lie.
No, it's true.
You continue making your way to the surface, not heading back into the city? Okay.
Yeah.
Hastily,
Yeah,
you,
we
you
can.
make your way to the surface as best
So
you can through
fucking
the
lazy.
crowd.
I don't know. Hey, thank you for the follow, Nick.
Yeah, buddy.
One of
Yeah,
the boys
cheers.
from the EBC
Ah.
crew.
Welcome. As you reach the surface, coming out from the gate, large gate, your first notice is that giant that was standing guard there is no longer there.
Oh shit.
Ahead of you, in the night sky, a chaotic sight fills your eyes. Mercenaries, despite all their discipline and training, because you were aware that there were different companies outside getting ready for war, you see them all scattering in panic, not knowing what to do. There is a thunderous explosion, and something explodes barely 100 feet away from you at the entrance, leaving a large 20-foot crater and dead bodies in the melted snow. The night sky is aglow with a number of fires and thick plumes of sulfurous smoke.
Sulfurous.
Why
smoke.
sulfurous?
Saren, the ghost, there's a figure somewhere, appears by your side. The outline of her form glows in the night's fires. She says to you, "The captain says we are pulling out. This is a fight we cannot win. We don't even know where the enemy is."
Right.
Right?
Can we follow
Damn.
Capito?
As you move to hit and follow her, Eleanor grabs your arm and she says, "No, we have to get to the sea. We can stop this."
Okay.
I love how there's zero
Sure.
deliberation.
It's just
Is that what you wish to do?
Why would
to the sea.
yeah. That makes sense. Let's stop it from happening.
I turn to Sarah and say, "We can stop this. We have the way."
As
This
you
is
say
the way.
that, there are two more roaring explosions of fire that tears through the scattering men and women.
This is the way.
You feel the heat wash over you despite it being in the middle of winter.
Are we scared?
Saren gives you a worried look.
Nah.
You wish to go towards the heart of the explosions? Are you insane?
Probably.
Little bit. Quite a lot.
Do you wish to continue towards the sea?
Yeah, alright.
We have to try and exit the fort first, which.
Well,
could
you're
be
kind of
interesting.
out of the gates.
Oh, we're
one
out
of
of
the
the
three
gates.
gates.
Yeah.
You are out the sea facing gate,
Okay.
obviously. So you have chosen, or she's taken you down the tunnel that leads closer to the
Yeah.
seaside or
Yeah.
the beach. Yeah. Do you run? Do you walk? Do you summon horses?
Well, we can't summon horses.
What's the fastest way
I'll
to
tell
go?
her to
You
go and
can't
tell her
summon
mother
horses.
what our plan is.
Yes.
I can.
And to not worry about us.
Oh wait, why can't I just summon like 3 horses?
Why
I could,
can't
right?
you?
Yeah, I could.
Because you
How
need
does your
someone-
summoning work?
Hmm.
No, but how does it work? Does it draw them from the forest, or do they just appear?
They just
Or do you open them from your horse pocket?
Yeah, don't you open your horse pocket?
Have you seen that video?
what's
So-
it called?
Plug for a completely unrelated channel.
Okay.
Viva La Dirt League do great videos about a
No.
bunch of stuff, and they have a
Conjured
series
animals.
called Epic NPC Man, which is based in a
They're conjured.
World of Warcraft style
Mm-hmm.
place.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one, and there's these guys talking about the horse pocket that you pull your horse out of.
Do you conjure up 3 horses?
I conjure up the fastest animals available to me.
What are the fastest available animals to you?
Cheetahs.
Cheetahs.
No, because cheetahs can't take our weight.
Yeah, they can't. They
Speak
fully
for
can't take.
yourself.
This is true.
Well, I have plate armor in my extra dimensional bag. Currently, I'm just wearing regular clothes, so I'm light as fuck.
And you don't have John with you, so
So cheetahs it is.
can you ride
Okay.
cheetahs? I'm not sure.
Why not? Balls.
So
Horses will be fine. Like,
yeah, 3 horses.
so you can do 3 horses.
I
So,
don't know. I think that
one,
might be
two,
cheating. 1 beast of challenge rating 2 or lower.
Mhm.
2 beasts of challenge rating 1 or lower. Or
But-
4 beasts of challenge rating half or lower.
Horse would be half.
Horse can't be a very high challenge.
Yeah,
Horse
it can't be a
challenge
very
rating.
high challenge rating.
It's a domesticated animal.
Alright, we'll just save time and say 3 horses pop
Yeah, it's
into
legit, right? Yeah.
yeah.
They're not gonna
Even if it's like
hit
2
much.
horses and one like
Extend the spell
and 1
slot.
donkey.
yeah,
Quarter.
2 horses and 1 donkey is
What?
fine.
Quarter.
They're quarter.
Oh,
Oh,
the
cool.
quarter. Okay, so it's fine.
So I could get faster, bigger ones.
What? No.
Sure, you get the best horses that you can conjure up.
War elephants.
Pygmy war elephant.
Anyway, we get on the back
That's
of
what I
our
have. I
horses,
have the
guys.
big manure out of it.
So 4 horses appear.
Yeah.
How are you dividing yourselves?
One on each, man.
There's a 5th person.
Me. Oh, who are we bringing? That's extra.
Oh,
We
there's
have
this person.
Invisible person
Alright.
and Eleanor.
All right.
You've
Eleanor and
You've got
that one together.
Well, you've got
Okay.
enough. You've got enough to conjure enough because you can.
I can conjure 8 of them.
Yeah.
So 8 horses.
Sure.
Fuck it. We're done.
Put our shit on the other ones. They
With
can
your amazing horses.
Spare horses.
Oh, can we?
So we can whip them.
Yeah.
Can we send like 3 horses off in a different direction
Yeah,
No.
because I can control them. I can tell them what to do.
as a diversion?
So technically, yes. Can anyone summon images, and we can put them on the horses? And
No, but that would be
No,
cool.
no.
If we had a mage in the group, they could.
So
probably-
you are summoning some
Somebody
horses to
who
go in
wanted
different
to-
directions.
no,
Can
no,
we
no.
send
They're,
us
they're going to be
horses for
spare, so we can like whip our horses to death.
You can,
Which
but it's not going
sounds
to take
like
that
a
long
group.
to get
You
to
know,
the
they're just
shore.
going to follow. They're just
Okay,
gonna
yeah,
follow, it's fine.
that's not going to take that long. With your horses, it is a lot faster to get down to the beach, and it takes about 10 minutes to run down to the edge of the water, during which a few things will happen. Everyone needs to make a dexterity save.
and then they all
What's it-
need to
what's
die.
it- what number is
The
it extra?
number you need to beat is 14.
Is it on a 20 dice?
1,000.
Yeah,
It is on the 20 dice
and you get a plus whatever.
To
for
dex,
your
yeah.
dexterity.
I roll exactly 16.
Exactly 16, you
Just-
pass.
where's mine?
Dex is that huge number there.
You've got like
Oh,
really
20
high
plus
dex. Yeah.
5.
So what did you?
I've got
roll
plus
there?
7
Uh,
to my dex saving throw, so I roll an 18.
39.
Wait, what?
What,
You got-
really?
I got 14 on the dice, and then 20 plus 5.
No. It's
No, I
just
just-
Oh, no.
19.
No,
Yeah.
19.
I want to be 39.
All of you pass, so
Seems
you
like it's
manage to weave your way around and you dodge the fiery explosions of shrapnel that land around you.
Fucking useless ballista people.
If you wish, as this is happening, you may roll a perception check.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Why not?
And as you ride by, you pass
I
by.
will give the maladvantage with my,
So 23.
How
plus
do you
two.
give advantage?
by pointing things and going, "What's that? What's that?" Advantage.
Sure.
23 plus advantage.
So roll 2
I
dice.
got 13.
I'll just roll another one. It's 23.
Ooh. Ah. Ooh.
As you ride by, you pass by many
think
wounded
cross
mercenaries
those, 'cause
crying
they're
for help. But I'm guessing because of your haste, you just ride
Can I
on past them.
send a horse or two past? Like, can I give like 3 horses to the mercenaries?
You can, but they're all kind of like lying on the ground wounded.
But they're really
like-
smart. I could be like, the horse can be like, and get them on their neck and like,
I guess it's really hard for a horse to get a person onto them if the person
the
is
horse can like,
grievously
I don't know. Can
injured.
we have like save one of them?
Just stomp them out. Just use the horses to stomp them out. just
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah.
How
You
do
look
we
like
miss
you're gonna die anyway, so.
And then the horse gets XP.
Damar's the only one who notices this. With your high perception, you do notice that there is a loud boom that comes from the direction of the sea shortly before that there is an accompanying explosion on the
I'm gonna
ground.
send the 3 horses in first.
But you can't send the 3 horses in if you've made the 3 horses stop.
I haven't, have I?
You
I
just
have
said you
no
made
idea
the-
what
Did you
you're doing.
You didn't accept it.
Yeah,
We
but
didn't
you
accept
said you
it.
were doing it, which means they're trying to do it.
The
Right.
only thing I said that can't happen was the horse helping a wounded rider from the ground to its back. The
Alright,
horse
well,
can't do
I'm
that,
not. I'm
yeah.
not doing it then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sending them ahead of us because of the loud bang. Clearly.
Leaving the dying mercenaries on the ground, you run by, leaving them to their horrible
To-
fates,
To their death.
to their deaths, burning to death in the snow. As
That
you
would be
reach,
fucking horrible. I'm freezing cold, but I'm on fire.
yes, so it's meant to be
Like napalm level.
well, not napalm level, more
Oh. You
Game
went
of
straight to
Thrones.
napalm?
artillery level.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Bombard cannons.
Bombard cannons. As you reach the rocky shoreline, leaving the fires and death behind you, Eleanor rushes and pulls out the vambrace and begins to whisper an incantation. The water beyond the rocks begins to churn and swirl, and the strong smell of rotting fish fills your lungs. Slowly,
Yum.
a spiky dome-shaped form begins to rise from the water until you can see it. Until before you floats a gargantuan dragon turtle.
Hey.
Horrified,
Is that good or not?
horrified. Well, it's not. Horrified, you realize that this beast is fully undead as well. So it's rotting.
Shay, why don't you let us fucking nap?
Because we weren't going to get a nap anyway. We were going to be stuck in the city that was getting sieged.
However, it does not attack you. A hatch at the side of its shell opens.
Wait, what? A hatch?
A hatch. Scattering barnacles and bits of coral, and from within stands an imposing humanoid skeletal form.
Skeletor.
Davy fucking Jones.
It is dressed in rotted leathers and
Can't
wears
be.
a wet pirate hat that is almost
Yes, it's
as
Davy
impressive as the one Urbag wears.
His name's Billy Bones.
I love this.
It glares at you, at all of you, with its empty eyes.
Birds!
Especially glaring at the holy Sasha before its gaze finds Eleanor and locks onto
I'm not
her.
looking holy at all. I'm wearing my bloody...
It can tell.
Slut.
It can tell. It sees the vambrace and reluctantly it bows slightly before hatefully saying to her, Master.
Cool.
Eleanor points at the hatch and says, we have to go inside.
Get in, bitches. We're going shopping.
I wish. That'd be great. Right now.
You have to leave your horses behind, unfortunately.
That's
they
right,
will not
they
fit in
fade
this
out.
hatch. Yep.
Yeah.
Once you're in, the hatch closes up,
I
sealing
send them
you.
back to go kill the mercenaries. Save them
Wait,
from
what?
death. Well, I mean,
Is
are
that
they,
your
are they almost
order?
dead?
Is that your actual order?
No,
No.
no, it's not.
You know how you're trying to not be.
Yeah, but
Evil?
Yeah, but I'm saving
it's
the
a
pain.
mercy killing.
It's mercy kill.
It's not grim at all.
It's mercy killing.
It's mercy
Have
killing.
you read
I'm
any
gonna
fantasy books ever?
I'm gonna
Have you
send
heard
my.
of the legend of the 8 horses that went around killing men on the battlefield?
And then vanished, never
And
to be
then-
seen
it's,
again.
it's revenge for the horse from what is it? Oh, what's the movie? Neverending Story. The one that
To be
fucking
perfectly
drowns
honest-
Wait,
in the...
no, it's not never ending story. Is
No,
it?
it's Neverending
Yeah, it's
Story where it sinks in the
Atreyu
mud.
and
Yeah.
If
whatever
I
his
was
horse
dying
Artax.
of my
Artax.
burns
Artax.
in ice,
Artax goes down in the swamp.
like quicksand
Yeah.
mud.
I thought that
mercy
was
killing those
different
that are
movie.
clearly gonna die.
So that's your instruction.
Yeah,
Mercy
fuck
kill
yeah.
those. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
So they just romp
I have
around the
made-
battlefield.
Yeah, well, if
killing
they're
them.
going on battlefield checking people who are going to die and then killing
They're
them.
just walking up to them and they're like, no! And the guy's like,
Stop.
Stomp.
Stomp, stomp, stomp. Stomp, 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 stomp. Stomp.
Sure, that happens.
P. Stomp.
Once you are through the foul-smelling turtle hatch, it closes up, sealing you in from the chaos outside. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust to the dim light within, and from various fluorescent seaweeds, you feel movement and pressure as the undead dragon turtle returns to the sea. The undead pirate continues to glare hatefully at all of you until it shifts its gaze back to Eleanor. The girl's eyes are closed. You can guess that she is likely deep in the thrall of magic and is somehow controlling the dragon turtle. After a while, she snaps back, realizing something, and she says, "The king in the west has sent a ship, and that is what is attacking the coastline. We have to stop it before more people die."
Can we have a rest first? though?
Oh god,
No, we
no,
can't.
no. You're in the thick of it. "I'll get us close," she says. "They won't expect us to come from below. Take the upper hatch and board the ship and find a way to destroy it. I will create a distraction."
I'm almost dead.
And then there's like another hatch up there. You can feel the movement of the thing. It's kind of rough, but what do you wish to do?
So, can I just get this image right in my head? We're
Yes.
in.
You're in a huge undead smelly turtle.
Okay.
Yeah. It is about the size of, we'll say simplification, the house.
Okay.
Oh, they were bigger in
Wow.
the house.
Or the bigger house.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is it like just squishy?
We'll just say the
turtle
compartment where
insides?
you're inside, huh?
Is it just squishy turtle insides, or are we in?
It is a clear, an open rib cage of the turtle. So the meat has kind of rotted off
that's a dragon turtle.
ages ago.
Okay.
The meat has kind of rotted off ages ago, leaving a breathable space
Pocket.
within. It's not very comfortable, but it's
But we're not
safe.
getting killed.
You're not getting killed. It's not filling up with water.
Okay, and we're about to board what now?
You are about to board or try to stop a ship sent by the king in the west. The turtle is heading towards it. Eleanor, because she's controlling the turtle, she will get you there, create distraction. You are meant to destroy the ship. At least that's what she wants you to do.
Eleanor, are we able to get under the ship or like burrow in or find a hatch underneath the ship?
She says there is a hatch at the top of the turtle. She will get you there, and then from the top you have to, I guess, jump or fly across to the ship, and then she will take the turtle to the other side, whatever side that you're not at, and create a distraction. So you will be able to get in, hopefully unnoticed.
All right, anyone got a plan?
So this puts it in perspective. A dragon turtle, size, gargantuan.
Yeah.
Challenge rating, your horses were quarter.
Yeah.
This is challenge rating, 17.
Okay.
A maximum challenge rating in the game is 20.
Is that a terror square?
Average length.
That's 20. But whether there's one in this world, I've never planned for it.
Eleanor, is there a way
Average
that,
length, 20 to 30 feet.
is there a reason why this turtle can't attack this ship?
It is attacking the ship.
Okay, so we
But-
just have to get on while it's
Yeah,
attacking.
you need to get
that's
on
what
the
we're
ship
doing.
and destroy it from the inside or
That is
somehow
it.
disable it.
That is actually what we're about to do.
Yeah.
Yes. And there is a reason for that. She points at the hatch again at the top, so there's like a little bone ladder leading up to this weird hatch at the top of the shell in the
Yeah.
roof.
Yeah.
What do we should do?
What do you reckon, Sasha?
I pull out my crowbar.
Sasha consults
You
her
have your
spell list
crowbar.
and
And then I
says,
get ready and I pull out my wand of scorching ray.
I'm going into stealth at least.
Yep.
I have ways.
I have a wand of scorching ray and a crowbar.
Do I have spell slots?
Through my sailing skills,
I have some spell slots.
I have heaps. I've got heaps of. I did hardly any casting. I've got heaps of spell slots.
Yeah, I did.
I think
I did lots of cantrips.
So through my
I don't
knowledge
know
of
what I've
sailing,
got, to be perfectly honest.
would I know where the powder on a ship?
You
would
haven't
be
seen the ship yet.
More likely to be kept.
You haven't seen the ship yet.
But like
Wouldn't it be the same
most
on all
ships carry their powder.
Yes,
in,
and
like, a
once you see the
similar
ship-
spot.
It will be explained to you.
Oh shit! Wand of scorching ray, crowbar. Let's go.
Everyone's ready?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
We head up to the hatch and
I don't
Climbing
know
up the
how many
hatch, you
spell
make it
slots
to
I
the
have
top.
Or don't have.
And outside, the turtle's obviously moving with the waves, but trying to keep submerged as best as possible. So think of yourselves as
submarine.
coming out of a submarine, yeah. The shell of the dragon turtle is very slippery at the top. However, there are enough spikes and ridges for you to keep your foothold safely as you make your approach.
Excellent.
On the open sea, we'll say you've decided not to light up any lights because that would be dumb.
Yep.
On the open sea, in the distance, you see the silhouette of a massive sailor's ship. A hulking ship made of iron and steel, something our sailor friend has never seen before.
Iron and steel.
Iron and steel, powered by the raging furnaces of heat. A boom resounds through the air as something fires off from the bow of the ship, from a cannon much larger than you have ever seen before under the open sea. As you get closer, there is a strong smell of metal and steam. From the port side of the ship, you see mariners. Well, you see figures like sailors or something. You can't see them clearly. Seamen. Suspiciously tossing some sort of fabric into the water. They have not noticed your approach.
Some sort of fabric.
Some sort of fabric into the water. What do you wish to do?
And can I just?
You are getting closer, but it's still in the distance.
How much of it can I see?
You can see what I have described.
Okay.
Do you wish to see more?
I want to try.
Then you make
I
your roll.
I wanna see if I can figure out what the fabric is.
Make perception. Or?
Yeah, mine 26.
Oh.
Oh, you can roll as well. If you get a high one, you might get better or more information.
16.
How far off is it from us?
From us, maybe half a kilometer, but you are moving quite fast through the water.
Well, I can't shoot anything that far. So
You can't shoot anything that far. Alright, your perception, especially the mouse, is more than enough. So you kind of try to figure out what they're tossing into the water, and eventually one of them floats close by within your range of your dark vision to figure it out. You catch a glimpse of a piece of cloth as it floats by, and you realize that it bears the symbol of Freeport sailors. So the symbol and colours of Freeport's sailors and their flag.
I show it to everyone and be like,
What's the cat doing?
look, I think she tried to get in.
Ah,
Just open the door.
maybe
try
open the
it.
door.
Maybe go ask Darren and Pam if you can
I
get
will.
in first.
I
Yeah.
will. Go ahead.
So
Oh,
you
yeah,
see
I tell
them.
The party.
She tells you that they seem to be strangely throwing in pieces of cloth that bear the symbol of Freeport's sailors.
Sneaky. They're trying to make it look like the Freeport people are doing this.
I can't do anything until we're closer, so we just continue forward.
Yeah.
Toby, if you do that, you let all the heat out. You come, you make come. Good cat.
It was funny because she was like, let me in.
He was trying to climb the glass
I am a
window.
giant cat.
See me.
Let me in.
Eventually, you get close enough to the ship where you can see the small lanterns lighting up the deck of the ship.
From
As
the
the
seeming?
turtle moves close, no one seems to notice you. As we'll just say you've managed to move maybe 5-10 feet.
Don't I
It's
have a
matching the
like?
speed of the ship,
Don't I have a veil of shadows or something I could be covering the team in right now?
possibly.
Yeah.
We can't see through it. But
So you're currently where it's letting you off, or where you are parallel to the ship. It's we'll say roughly in the middle.
So we could be passing without trace right now.
No, because it's not a natural wilderness area.
Atop a dragon turtle in the middle of the
Yes,
ocean.
and not on a steel warship that you've never encountered before, but it is very modern. And also good catch on your King of the Sea comment, the last. Because you said Wasser means water
Yeah.
in German.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very naval-based society. Now, what do you wish to do? You are running parallel to the ship. No one has noticed you yet. There's enough light on the deck to see into it. How do you wish to climb aboard?
So I don't understand. Why can't I cast it? We don't
Cast
leave
what?
footprints or a scent trail.
which doesn't help us.
It doesn't help you.
Well, scent trail does.
You can always cast it like it. If the situation helps, I will apply it. So you can cast a spell if you want.
Yeah, I
There's
don't know
nothing
how many
stopping
spell slots I've got left, to be perfectly honest. Not many, if any. So therefore I will not.
Cool. Cool.
I go invisible
you. Yes.
because that seems like it would help.
I'm still in stealth mode, so that's cool.
Have you... Demal didn't use her dimension door. Did
When
use
we
her
were
dimension
fighting?
door. No, you use your dimension door to get into the tower.
I did, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't
Yeah.
use your dimension door. But I have dimension door, and I can get me and one other onto the boat.
I used rope trick
Yes.
and then my dimension door.
I'm
Oh
sure.
no, rope trick is a.
No, rope trick is different.
Rope trick is different,
Yeah.
but I'm sure you use dimension door to get you and Eleanor out of the room.
Yeah, I think you
Oh, we
dimension
did.
door out the room.
Yeah.
You rope
Yeah,
trick
we did.
up to
And then
the
dimension
window.
doored
Yeah,
out.
you dimension door
Yeah.
out. How do you wish to board the ship? From where you're standing upon the shell of the turtle, which is trying to be as submerged as possible, it is about 15 feet up to the top.
Do I see any like you know how in most big ships there's like trap doors that open or like holes for the cannons
Perception roll.
or like yeah.
Yep.
11.
Glancing up and down the hull of the ship which
Yeah.
you are facing, you don't see any hatches or windows of any sort.
It
You
is
do
a
hear
ship we have never seen before.
you do hear booms of cannon fire towards, we'll say, from where you are, the left side of you. So you can assume that the ship's cannons and possibly gunpowder, whatever is fueling the cannons, are to your left,
Yeah.
and the engines can be surmised to be to your right, which is the back of the ship. Either direction would give you a result depending on how you wish to disable or destroy the ship.
Well, it's 15 feet to get up.
Yes.
Is the starting problem.
Yes. technically Aisha can fly.
Yeah, so she can get herself.
When can I
there.
use rope trick?
It's a spell.
Right.
Yeah.
So Aisha could drop me up.
Aisha can carry you and drop you up. Yes.
And is
And
my
I'm
spell
invisible.
refreshed?
Yes.
And I have
Is
a
your spell what?
wand of
Refresh?
scorching ray.
No,
No, it probably wouldn't. But depends on your spell slots because you can always just cast it again
she's
if
got
you
like
got a slot.
fuck all left.
We've gone up a tower,
Yeah.
fought a thing, come
Yeah.
back down, had a short rest, been questioned.
Correct. Because the
We
short
did-
rest
we-
didn't replenish your spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we get Aisha to drop me up there.
And I can take the mail with the
Well, you guys don't need to take.
Can I climb
If
up?
if Aisha takes me to
Yeah, you can.
New plan. New
You
plan.
can climb up.
New plan. Aisha flies back
With a good
further.
roll, you can climb up. If
I've
you've got
got
a
really
rope,
good
you've got-
acrobatics.
Yeah, you can. You can always roll.
Aisha can drop you, and I can take
Alright,
the
fine.
mail.
Yeah, let's not risk it.
Okay.
Okay, so you are dimension door.
Yeah.
And Aisha carries you up and flies. It's fine. There is no problem getting on the deck. You find yourselves on the top deck. It's all lit by lanterns. Like I say, you can see a huge set of cannons.
Mm.
Think World War II battleship style. Double two barrels at the front of the ship,
Oh, yeah.
facing the shoreline.
Oh, so it's a destroyer class ship.
And every 2 or 3 minutes it goes off. It does not seem to be very accurate, like you don't know how these things work.
Okay.
And it's just bombarding the coastline and trying to get as close as possible to that fortress that sits on top of the city, so
Yeah.
that if it destroys that, it buries the entrance. Towards the back of the ship, you hear the sounds of coal furnaces and some machinery moving in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, no one has noticed you. You think you see movement in both directions, but you can't make out anyone
Yeah.
directly. Like no one is turned to face you or anything. They all seem to be busy doing whatever they're doing. Like in the back of the ship, on the deck, you see the guys still throwing in fabric and bits of like Freeport identifying clothing
Stuff.
Is it like a big?
stuff.
Is it like a big pile of clothes?
Well, it's a small pile now. They've thrown most of it in.
Yeah.
But it's also like random things like crates and things like that that bear the symbol of Freeport. Because now that you're beside it, you can kind of see it floating around in
Yeah.
water.
Is that like Pirates of the Caribbean, like lightning the ship so they can go faster style? Like just chucking everything
No,
overboard?
they're doing it intentionally to try and make it look like it was Freeport.
They're
that did the
muddying,
attack.
muddying the
Yeah.
water
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
so I want
profile.
to try and find more evidence if I can.
Well, you're not going to find anything on the deck. So if you want to go below deck,
Can we
you
move
can.
towards the fires? Everyone cool with that?
So it depends on which direction you want to move in.
so we
Because
have a
Eleanor will react to your decision.
we have a couple of options now. We are now on the vessel where we effectively are trapped because we don't necessarily know if the dragon turtle will be or where it will be around the ship
Uh-huh.
as it tries to move itself around to not be seen.
Uh-huh.
So we can either try and burn the ship from here or go inside the metal ship and try and burn the metal ship.
I want to
I can-
blow it up.
I can subtly cast spells.
You are a
which means
sailor?
There are
Yeah.
no verbal.
Is there some sort of sailor skill roll?
No.
We'll just make
We
you
made,
roll
up, we made up a
and
bullshit bonus. He's got bonuses to rope tying now.
we'll
Yeah.
make you roll an insight roll.
I've got an advantage to sailing.
Sure, an advantage insight roll.
Because we could potentially start a fire with what's there.
18.
Looking around you, the ship is at least 50% metal. It would be really hard to start a fire to burn it, from your estimation, unless you've got like napalm or something magical. It will be easier to blow the ship up with some sort of control, or not control, but explosion.
Uncontrolled.
So chaos and destruction, yes. But just starting a fire won't be enough.
Oh, no,
There's
no,
too
no.
much
I'm
metal on
looking
this.
for the powder. The
The
powder room.
powder room would be towards the cannons.
Uh-huh.
I'm coming with
So
you.
you're
I
going
like
towards the
explosions.
front of the ship?
No,
on the back of
I'm
the ship.
invisible. I don't want to get
Oh,
caught.
you're invisible. Okay.
To your knowledge, both sides will obviously carry their own risk. Going further down the ship will make it towards the engines will make it harder to escape.
Yeah.
But you can obviously tell the more trained like enemies will be towards the front of the
Where's the
ship.
captain's room? Like his bedroom.
You wouldn't know. You've never encountered such a ship before.
I'm guessing
it
like
I
could
don't
be-
know, and I'm a
Yeah,
sailor.
he doesn't know he's not sailor. He's used to the normal standard sailing ships. This is a different monster of a ship that you, as characters, have
oh,
ever
it might
seen
take me
before.
fucking ages
So
to
Yeah.
find
the
it. too.
hilarious thing at the moment is we both look like we are from the city.
Freeport.
No,
Oh, the
we're both
Kalnor.
dressed in our Kalnor robes.
Yeah, and I
She
do.
looks like a high elf, and I'm a human dressed in Kalnor robes. The jig is up.
invasion.
Well, the thing is, you don't know how they look like yet.
No, we don't know what they
Yeah,
look
you
like.
don't
but
know what they look
at
like.
the moment, we look like we are from Kalnor on the ship that they want to think is from Freeport.
Yes. So you want stealth. You want to remain unseen as much as possible.
Yeah.
And
Or
if we want
Or-
to be seen,
You
Yeah.
can go
to
loud
draw attention.
and draw attention.
What do you mean go loud?
it's not.
We
It's
are
not the
loud.
way. It's not the way my character works.
What? Coming loud,
Yeah.
drawing attention.
Well, I mean, she tries to be stealthy.
I hate you, Steph.
All right. So
Yeah, but
unpausing
that was
time
just
at the
unbridled
moment.
rage.
Which direction do you wish to proceed?
I'm going.
The
to
longer you
gunpowder.
wait, the more people die.
I'm going to the gunpowder.
Heading into the ship.
Sorry, my horses
You
are
guys-
Into the ship.
I'm just full
You
of
are
shade.
splitting up the party.
Yeah.
Always.
Always. Good. Who's going into the ship?
Into the ship.
So
Yeah, I'll
these
go
two
with
go in the
it's
ship.
fine.
I guess we'll say Aisha follows.
He's invisible.
Oh,
I can't
you're
see him.
invisible.
Nah,
Aisha
I'm-
follows them?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
I'm
She can see invisibility. She has a thing, I'm sure.
Who?
Aisha.
Aisha.
No.
Nah,
She can see in dark.
Oh.
She can't see invisibility.
straight up dark.
Yeah,
you
it-
can see him.
Yeah, straight up dark vision. Seeing invisibility is a different spell
Like
or
fairy fire or something.
yeah
Or true sight.
ability, true sight as well. Yep. All right, so the three of you make your way towards the back of the ship, whereas Urbag makes his way to the front. Who wishes to kind of focus on them first?
I go with the one person.
Okay, we'll go for the one person. You are invisible.
Yeah.
So it's super hard to notice you. You walk in that direction, and as you have guessed, there are many mariners there. You do see them wearing a strange sort of uniform you've never seen before. However, what is most interesting is all of their faces are covered by a helm shaped in a half skull motif, so that only their mouth and lower jaw can be seen. So the top half is skull,
Oh,
Grey
like
skull.
a duskull.
a metal skull, and only their mouth and lower jaw can be seen.
So it looks like, oh, what was that movie?
They are armed
They also
with.
had- it was that terrible. It's super old and it had.
Did they have Arnold in it?
No, it was Kevin Costner. It wasn't Waterworld. It was the other one that he did.
The Postman?
The postman?
Yeah, didn't they have the half masks and that?
Nah, they had like
I'm sure.
bandana or something.
As far as you can tell, all of them are male.
Yeah.
That's what you notice.
Mhm,
They are also armed with a sword and a heavy crossbow.
mhm, mhm.
And eventually, you make your way to the cannons. So what you see, to your description, is a huge metal box. It seems able to move, however, currently is fixed in a position that's facing the shoreline.
Yeah.
There are two doors, we'll say left and right, on the side that you're facing. And people are going in and out. Sometimes they are bringing strange looking bags in, and sometimes they're coming out with like a metal kind of a can the size of a paint can. And there's
Can
people
the
just
size of a paint can.
Yeah.
So probably a projectile.
possibly. And they're going in and out. Obviously, you are invisible, so no one has noticed you yet. What do you wish to do?
Well, I want to find where all the bags are, because the bags will contain the gunpowder.
Yep. You follow one of the random people who you guess is fetching the bags, and he moves himself around to the side of the ship where there is another hatch with a ladder leading downwards.
Uh-huh.
As you approach that ladder, because you haven't actually gone in, you're just approaching it,
Yeah.
you smell the strong smell of sulfur and what you can guess is gunpowder. I'm not sure whether your character has encountered gunpowder before, but maybe you've been around cannons at some point on a ship. The smell is very familiar to you.
I would like, and this is
Yeah.
this is pure backstory.
Yeah.
Being an entertainer,
Yeah.
I imagine I would have been involved with pyrotechnics at some stage.
Yeah.
So I'd
Fireworks. Yeah.
We did talk about how your shows were always fucking.
Yeah.
be like off the
Pyro-
fucking chain.
So even better than that, you can tell that this is weapons grade gunpowder, high quality, not like the piddling stuff that you've been used to buying off the corner of the street.
Yeah. Okay.
So you see the hatch going down. There is a ladder going down. Every now and then, a person will walk up or walk down with a bag, a small pouch.
Yeah.
About that size.
Yeah.
And you can probably guess that that's where the gunpowder room is.
Pardon,
Okay.
Kevin, as an
Yes.
aside,
Yeah.
do we know that he's gone off and done this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, he has sort of mentioned to
No,
you.
I said that when I was on the turtle, I said I'm gonna find the gunpowder room.
Sure, we'll say that you know that he
Alright.
has intended
Cool.
to go.
And then when we were on the thing, I clicked and it went invisible.
Yeah.
We're gonna Titanic, by the way.
I have not seen that movie.
Really?
I was banned from seeing it because of the sex scenes when I was younger.
There's a sex
There's no
scene?
sex scenes.
The sexiness.
Ah. Yeah.
Oh no, there is a sex scene.
The painting scene?
The painting scene is the closest to a sex scene, and if that's a sex scene,
No, they do have sex because there's
I
the
can't
hand on the window, and there's
that's the entirety of the sex scene.
Yeah,
A hand.
if you were brought up in a restricted religious household, you would understand. Anyway, not seen it.
anyway.
Alright,
So
what do you wish to do? You found the
So-
stairs, you think it leads to the gunpowder room below?
So I want to sit there
Mm-hmm.
and like judge how often people come and go
Okay.
out of it, so I can time.
Now, the other question I'm going to ask you is, how long does your invisibility actually last?
1 hour.
Is it
1 hour.
1 hour.
I thought it was 10 minutes.
I just checked because I knew that question was
Yes. Then you can easily sit there and
Have a nap,
figure
read
that
a
out.
book, have a short rest.
coming. Yeah. Concentration up to 1 hour.
Which means we will switch for a moment to the rest of the party. So, you make your way towards the back of the ship. Are you trying to be stealthy? And is someone going ahead, or are you walking
I
together
am
as a group?
Absolutely being stealthy. I am behind whoever else is in front.
Sasha
Behind
is
whatever.
walking as discreetly and nonchalantly as she can, but knows that she is not good at stealth.
Well, you haven't seen any of them yet, so you... And you're also not wearing a mask. Eventually, as you make your way towards the back, so you're looking for another kind of back hatch or stairs leading downwards. As you move, something happens. Oh, wait a minute. So you split up. But I guess she wouldn't know the way Urbag went.
Nope.
Urbag, you hear this louder than the rest of them, but they can also hear. After you've split up and moved into your separate directions, there is a loud whoosh, and a cloud of superheated steam comes from the front of the ship,
Which is where I am.
which is sort of where you are,
Yeah.
but not affecting you. We'll just say it doesn't affect you, otherwise you just get hit by a breath weapon. Screams will be heard as the undead dragon turtle surfaces there and uses its breath weapon upon the mariners on the deck. Some of them tumble to the deck, clutching at their horrible steam burns, and other unlucky ones fall into the freezing ocean, never to resurface.
Oh shit.
Anyone
There is
around
a
us?
terrible crash of metal
No, 'cause
upon
you're at the
bone,
back.
and as the massive ship begins to shudder as the dragon turtle begins to ram at its side.
Damn.
So now there is confusion and chaos where you are.
Okay, but
Okay. So
yeah.
we'll pick them up. So they are still going in and out. In fact, maybe more rushed, trying to not get hit by the dragon turtle's attacks. So
Yeah.
So either they are going
Would-
in.
Question:
Yes.
in a situation where you're shooting a target on the land
Mm-hmm.
and then someone attacks you right next to you,
Yes.
would the mariners not stop what they were doing and deal with the big threat at the front of the ship?
Some of them are.
Okay.
Some of them are, but because their cannons are in an enclosed metal,
Yeah.
in fact, an enclosed metal box kind of thing, it
It's a
doesn't. The
turret.
attack doesn't affect. Yes, turret. The attack doesn't affect them as much,
Okay.
but it does affect the people going in and out to load the turret.
Right.
So that's where it kind of
There's, like,
halts
more
or
of a
slows down. Yeah,
Okay.
slows down the attacking. But the guys inside shooting things off, they're not gonna walk up turret because they know there's dragon turtle breathing steam outside
Yeah.
and ramming the ship.
Yeah.
So that's what's gonna happen. As you move down, eventually you are seen. I guess they don't notice the mouth, but they do indeed notice Aisha and Sasha. A uniformed mariner, like I mentioned, face covered by a helm-shaped and half skull. One of them looks at you in surprise, and his hand immediately goes to the hilt of his sword, and he shouts, "How did you get on board?"
Dimension door, sucker!
Sorry, I just wrote that down.
Yes. His hand goes to the hilt of his sword, and he shouts at you, Sasha and Aisha, "How did you get on board?"
I'm not engaging with this.
How did we get on board?
Yes.
On the ladder?
Did we escape from the dungeons because of the incoming attack from the sea turtle?
What
No, the
happens?
sea turtle wasn't the
But no,
incoming
but
attack.
like, can we pretend that like
Is
the,
that what
the
you
most,
want to say?
the most recent attack, like
No, I'd say we.
Now, Damal, you realize that the guy hasn't noticed you yet.
so I'm mettering at the
Oh,
moment.
okay. I thought
Yeah.
if
No.
you're gonna step in front of them and go like we just escaped, then
No,
he
I'm
would have
mettering.
seen you. Yeah.
What do you reckon?
We climbed up the ladder.
That's your answer.
Yeah.
A number of other mariners begin to take notice and approach. There are 4 guys. They approach you with their weapons drawn.
Mhm.
Your answer has not satisfied this question.
I have things that I will choose to do.
Then you may roll initiative.
Oh damn!
No.
Technically, Damal will get a surprise round, but it will be in initiative order anyway.
Good roll for a
Yeah.
fucking.
So they won't react to anything you do. You get to have
free round of
a
attack.
free round of attack.
So
effectively.
plus whatever that is.
So, what do we have?
An unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20.
14 plus 7, so
I will
21.
randomly roll for Aisha. Sorry, Damal?
21.
Damal is first anyway. So there are 4 mariners. They are approaching you with their weapons drawn. We won't really bother with that because we won't really
Are
be
they
that tactical.
blocking our stairs, or are they?
They are blocking you from progressing forward. I guess we'll say behind them you can see an entrance down to the decks below. But they are blocking your way. Damal, you get the first round. We'll let you have 2 actions, or rather 2 turns this round because you are first
I
as
don't
well
really
as you
feel
get
like
a
killing them.
surprise.
You don't really feel like it.
No.
Who are you?
This is your best chance
Yeah.
to do your super attack.
I know.
Your super duper.
So
You
I
know
amazing
that they are bad
fucking
guys.
Cookie attack of doom. Does
Your
anyone know
cookie attack
Cookie?
of doom.
Do it. Cookie Kevin.
So
Oh,
what
no, I'm
can
good,
you help
thank
me out, Hishay? Sorry, I'm
Cookie
exhausted.
Kevin.
No, I'm good, thank you. No, thank you, Daryl.
No,
I will enjoy cookies tomorrow.
No, you will not.
That's going to happen
Will be
anyway.
now.
I'm sure she made
What
more
you gonna
cookies
do?
with Mom.
Is you can Hunter's Mark one of them.
Yeah.
As your bonus action. And then you will make the attack action, which using Dread Ambusher.
Hang on, so 1d6.
You gotta roll to hit first.
Yeah, so roll to hit first. Roll a d20.
2? No, 1.
You
Do I get 2 attacks?
Yep.
3 attacks.
If you have advantage, you get. If you are deadless when you drop on your enemies, you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn yet in combat. In addition, a successful hit scores you
Critical.
critical.
Yeah,
So
because they're surprised. Do I get 3? I feel like I get 3.
roll 1 to start with. You're going to get 3 attacks, but roll
Can I
roll
take-
the
yeah.
first one.
Was it the one at advantage?
That's one of the dice. So
That was 6.
so roll another one. That is higher than 6.
It was quite cocked though. Sean.
That was
No.
dead flat.
No, I mean like it
It's-
hit something.
Yeah, it rolled back. It's,
Doesn't matter.
it's a 20 total.
20 beats. You hit with that attack.
So it's a critical hit.
Yeah.
You have Hunter's Marked, so it's 2d6. Your normal attack, sword attack is 1d6 plus 8, so that's another 2d6.
So 4.
So it's 4d6.
Yeah.
It's sneak attack, so that's another 4d6.
Fucking
Oh
hell.
my god, everyone got
And then
another
it's-
D6.
Yeah,
And
you're
then-
gonna have D6. What weapons are you wielding?
They
What time to
are
do?
No,
Fine.
shit. Yeah,
Oh, there's an
They,
actual
uh,
D6. Right.
daggers.
I've got heaps to show.
No, short swords. Short swords.
Okay, so you've got short swords. Sure.
Sorry, I've got heaps.
You're enough.
Kevin's like, they're immune to short swords.
And then you're gonna add.
Unity to short swords.
then you're gonna add 2d8.
New ability.
You what?
2d8.
This guy's not even gonna stand, even if she rolls ones.
Is this with crit or without?
With crit.
This is
Okay,
the crit.
okay.
So roll all those dice.
Roll all that dice.
Add all of that up.
Okay, I can do that. I can do basic math.
That purple rolled towards you. So, no, that purple 7
Right,
wasn't a 7. So roll it back.
this way,
No, the other way.
that way. Okay.
So that plus 8 to that is
36.
36.
How many more attacks does she have?
2 more.
Continue.
Roll another attack roll at advantage.
Did that guy not die?
Not from that one.
That's
He'll probably die from the second one if she hits.
that's a natural 20 anyway.
Yeah.
But it's already in a crit.
Yeah.
So this time you don't get the Dread Ambusher.
So you only
So-
roll 400 d6s.
So two 4 d6.
2 plus 4.
So
My
four-
fight's
four-
getting
46
too
total.
easy.
46.
Right, okay.
Oh, I guess it's
Holy
fair because you guys
fuck.
are already damaged.
12 plus
11, 15, 16.
16.
Plus 8.
And then 24.
So that's another 24 damage.
The sudden ferocity of your attack
Freaks
surprises
everyone
it freaks everybody out. Like you're just covered in blood now. You have successfully disemboweled this man,
Good.
and you have stabbed him so deeply that he slumps in your arms.
Oh, wait.
It's like
Look,
he
look
hasn't
what I
realized
did.
that he hasn't realized that he's dead yet, but he's actually
He's
dead. He's like, I'm dead.
What?
Do you have more attacks?
Yep.
Well, you can move on to the next guy if you want. Like you are close enough. We'll just say you're close enough because we're not doing math.
Ugh.
But
could
you
just
have
in-
successfully disemboweled and just slaughtered the first
You
guy.
could just intimidatingly be like,
Can I just be like...
So you want to use... Well, you finish up your
Stab
attacks
him.
first, and then
Right.
because you're getting a bonus round, which I'm giving you
Yeah.
since you're
Roll again.
first,
Because it's still advantage.
you will get another round to do
So
this.
that's
17.
17. So that's going to hit because that's 27.
27 will hit.
So this time you are
Fucking
only
hell.
rolling 2d6 because it's still a crit
Mm-hmm.
because they're still surprised.
That's
This
it?
time- yeah.
Yeah.
7.
Plus 8.
So, 15.
Okay.
I'm a good assassin.
You are a good assassin. Now you get another round.
so your character's an assassin
So-
class.
Yeah.
So her hunter's mark shifts to the new target.
Yes.
He still hasn't acted, so she's still at advantage.
Yes.
So swing, roll 2 of them again, 2d20s,
Do it like this because it wasn't working before.
and the highest is
shit.
But she has always been DPS. Like if she gets a good first round.
18.
18 total.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beats. You will hit.
So this time you are going to roll 2, 6, 8. 8d6 and 2d8s.
This one?
2 of those. And add 8 to whatever number you roll.
I see a lot of ones and twos though, which is good.
Is it though?
Did you break 30?
40.
40. The second guy goes down and you're just covered in a shower of blood.
Prepare me for I am
how-
death.
How many more?
I guess
opposed?
if there was some sort of murder god available, he would be very proud of
Can
you.
I say fear me for I am death and like
You
glare
can,
at the other two?
lick the blade off the blood and then stab the next one.
So there are
Still
two
got
more
two.
guys.
He's still got 2 more attacks.
Yeah.
There are 2 more guys.
At advantage.
At advantage.
Because
So roll 2 more d2.
Holy
2
But remember the Hunter's Mark doesn't shift
No.
yet.
Jesus.
Yeah. So she's taken out 2 of the 4 guys.
Natural 20,
Yes.
which is already a crit on already a crit.
So I guess her,
It's
her
a critical
stealth
crit.
paid off this round.
This is the first time it's paid off so much.
Yeah,
this is
no.
the first time it's
This
paid
is
off so much.
exciting.
Yeah.
Plus, you
I'm
got a
tired.
high initiative.
Yes, you also had high initiative, which helps because
And I
now
was
you
in
get 2 in a row.
the,
Yeah.
the depressing thing is it's only 2d6. Even though it's a crit.
Sad days.
Yes, he's got no mark.
4 plus 8. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Yep.
12.
He doesn't die.
And then the last attack,
Yeah.
a total of 20.
20 will hit.
So another 2d6.
5 plus 8.
Mm-hmm. 13.
13.
13. The guy is super surprised. Even you wounded him grievously, but he's not dead. He is super surprised that you've taken down
So
2
it
of
looks
his...
like this.
Yeah.
Chop off head, stab and gut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks really surprised that you've taken down like 2 of his toughest friends and they're just dead now. And he eyes you with a great
Awesome.
amount of fear.
Good.
Now we go to Sasha.
Thanks, Shay. It was fun.
Sasha's just like,
But yeah, correct. Yeah. To be fair, you went into the direction where there would have been less
Um,
guards anyway.
How close are we to the edge of the ship?
How close are you to the edge of the ship? We'll just say about 5 feet.
I will point to the one that is uninjured.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'll point to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Using my sorcery points, I'm going to cast a twin spell
Mm-hmm.
and command the remaining 2 to jump.
What is the saving throw?
I will go back to where it was.
And does command work that way?
You speak one word command to a creature you can see with range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Actually, I don't think I can because it's.
there's some bullshit about something that they wouldn't
concern.
ordinarily do.
The spell has no effect on target as indeed if it doesn't understand your language or if your command is directly harmful to it. What's not-
I would consider it directly harmful because they would know jumping over means death. They are dressed in chainmail, so it would weigh them
Okay.
down.
I will instead twin
Yeah.
spell
Yes.
guiding bolt them.
Oh, okay. So that one is an attack roll.
Yeah.
Make your attack roll.
Sorry, sacred flame.
Yep.
Might work from home tomorrow.
Work.
The blue one is the injured dude.
Yeah.
Natural 1 for him, so he is fine.
Injured dude is fine.
The
The
other
guy.
one is 14 on the dice plus numbers. It is a 21.
He is blasted by a sacred flame. Roll damage.
Fuck, where's the
You
damage?
may use my mouse, my mat if you wish.
Damage. 11th level. 3d8. 1. Fucking terrible roll. 12 damage.
Yep. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
The more wounded one moves first.
Actually, it's the target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. So I don't.
Oh.
It's not an attack roll.
Oh, okay. What's the number I need to beat?
Fuck all. 15.
I fail.
Okay, so they both take that 12 damage.
Oh wait, no. So both of them had to roll.
Yeah.
Okay. 15, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, they both fail, so they both take 12 damage. Okay. 12. Okay, so I was gonna say, the more wounded one, realizing his impending doom, attempts to bull rush Sasha off the edge of the ship.
That's fine.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck all. 8.
Well, 8 is better than him. because I didn't roll well.
Our enemies are doing badly
You manage to
tonight.
sidestep and trip him as he runs at you. He hits the edge. He manages to grab on, but now he is hanging on to the edge. So there's one guy hanging on to the edge. The other guy will just attack you standard. They obviously show great fear to Demal, so they are going to beat down on Sasha. He uses his sword.
From the
24
seaman.
Hits.
and
My
16.
My AC is 12.
16 also hits then. Oh, you're not wearing armor. I guess that's why they beat up on you as well.
Oh, shit.
They have noticed Sasha's not wearing armor.
It takes like 15 minutes to put it on. We ran straight here.
The thinking has not been good right now.
We're on a ship.
Do you have brownie? Oh my god.
Sasha, you're taking 24 points of slashing
Actually?
damage.
Yep.
He cuts you twice, leaving great bloody gashes upon your arms.
That's not true. Bread's your biggest weakness.
We will go back to the mall. Or actually, I guess Aisha can make an attack.
Aisha would do some bullshit with her
Makes
bow.
3 attacks.
I'll just make
Name
bounces the
shot,
arrow.
calling shot,
3 attacks.
bounces the arrow.
Bounces the arrow, tries to
misses.
banish one guy, does some damage.
Does a backflip.
She does obviously not try to hit the guy hanging because that'll be dumb. He's only showing his fingertips.
She could just go like this though.
Oh, I
stab
guess she
his
can,
fingers.
but she's all bow and killing the other guy. But she doesn't do enough damage to take out the other guy, so it doesn't really matter. Back to Demal. Murderous Demal, where are you?
She shifts her hunter's mark to the one that is still on the ship.
That's what she'd do.
So there's one super wounded guy hanging off the edge of the ship, and then there's that one guy fighting Sasha.
The other one is in combat with me,
Yeah.
which means he's engaged, which means she's going to get sneak attack, but she doesn't get advantage.
So I can
If she wants
go
to
for
attack
him.
that guy.
Fuck
So
yes, I want to
roll-
attack
yeah,
him.
roll-
What? I mean, there are 2 guys.
Roll
It's
1d20.
19. Plus.
29.
Yeah, that hits.
Roll
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, d6. Plus 8.
$24.
He only had 23 hit points. He dies as well. You just
Still have
stab
2
and
attacks
gut him.
remaining. Cut off the guy that's hanging off his fingers.
No, you're not close enough because he actually ran past to the side of Sasha. So you
But you can
weren't
throw
there.
your daggers, right?
But
You
she's got 30 feet of movement.
Oh, can she move? Oh yeah, I forgot she can
'Cause-
move. Yeah, she can attack.
Can I just
Yeah.
stab his
Attack,
fingers?
move,
Because I really want to.
You can try. Like I said,
That's
you
a
can
targeted.
move.
That's a called attack. though.
There
You've
is a
gotta
call
ro-
attack.
You got to roll higher.
It'll be slightly harder, but he has like a lot of cover. It's just his fingers.
Alright.
he,
Roll a d20.
Surely, if it's just his fingers on a banister and he's holding on.
Can I
Yeah.
not just like grab his wrist?
But he will try to
lower.
move.
Oh,
Yeah, he will still try to move.
Like a
Um,
dex save.
If he has shifted, if he shifted his weight, I can roll something that has a chance of
Natural
him
19 on the
falling.
dice. 29.
29.
He no longer
You
has
do
any
hit him.
fingers.
You may roll damage to his fingers.
No,
Two?
it's only 2.
Plus 8.
14.
That is more than enough to sever his fingers, causing him to go unbalanced, and he falls into the water.
Balanced.
Well, he loses his grip.
It's technically unbalanced.
It's
3
technically unbalanced if he's trying to balance with 2 hands.
3 attack rounds, 4 kills.
It's because she had a really good attack round.
And I've got brownies. So
Anyway, his fingers are
Which line?
severed, causing him to lose his grip, and he falls into the deep, dark water below. I will roll.
I just saved us. You're welcome.
Recovering from the sudden and brutal fight,
So modest.
you look around and listen, and it doesn't seem like anyone has noticed you. The commotion from the front of the ship
It was
appears-
so quick that nobody
appears to
18
be
seconds.
appears to be drawing most of the attention of the mariners. And you see the steps leading downwards below you.
We charge on down.
You climb down the steps. Meanwhile, Urbeg, you have surmised that the guys come in and out maybe every 3 minutes. They seem to be trying to move faster now to load the cannons with gunpowder and ammunition. What do you wish to do? And of course, they're trying to fight the turtle from the sea, which is like effectively a submarine. But
So
it's hard.
I have 3 charges on my Wand of Scorching Ray.
Yes.
Fireworks.
Hmm?
Didn't you buy fireworks at some point?
No.
he didn't.
God, that would have been great. 'Cause you could just fireworks into the gun.
I'm sure he's got like torches and stuff.
So
Yeah.
So I want to, like, when one guy goes down,
Yeah.
I want to follow him down,
Okay.
but I want to cast silence on myself
The
first.
moment you do that, you become
break
uninvisible.
invisible.
Oh.
You become
Yeah.
invisible. Plus, the guy,
I don't
because you're
wanna do
following him, the guy will realize he's suddenly not hearing anything, and it would be too suspicious. Because the silence affects him as well in your radius.
Yeah. Okay. In that
Yeah.
case, I won't do that.
Yeah. The guy hurriedly walks past. He's not really paying attention, so he doesn't notice you. What do you wish to do? So you follow him down?
Follow him down. Yeah.
Okay, so you follow him down into a corridor, and then at the end of it, there is a small room. There are stacks and stacks of sacks of gunpowder there.
Okay.
You see another maybe 2 or 3 people kind of loading and arranging, trying to push it closer for easy retrieval.
Yeah.
The guy goes in, he picks up a bag, and then he starts to walk back towards you. You are still outside the doorway
Okay.
in the corridor, but if you kind of scoot to the side, he can pass by you without any problems.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, scoot aside, he walks right past you. The 3 guys inside continue loading and packing and moving sacks of gunpowder. You see some ammunition shells, really large ones.
So
Some
I want to
cans.
get,
Yeah.
how big are the bags?
How
like,
big
could
are
I
the bags?
conceivably take a bag and put it in my bag?
You got a bag of holding?
Yeah.
We will say a bag is about half the size of a standard pillow.
Okay.
You can indeed take one of those bags.
Okay. So I will go into the room.
You are in the room.
When they're looking the other way,
Mm-hmm.
I slip one bag into my bag.
Okay. You grab a bag. A cloud of gunpowder dust fills your nose. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
An allergic reaction roll.
You were unprepared and not wearing a mask down there, so your lungs fill with sulfurous gunpowder.
14.
14 is enough. You manage to hold back a cough and a sneeze. Eventually, it subsides. You almost shit yourself. But you have retrieved this bag and it is with you. None of them have noticed.
Okay.
What do you wish to do?
I want to go back to the corridor.
Yep.
Judge, from my timings that I've been seeing people go in and
Yeah,
out,
so you-
whether
you-
I
you
can
figured
get
that
up
out,
the
yeah.
ladder or not.
You figured out. Yeah.
So I can get up to the
It's
top of
fine.
the ladder?
You can get up the ladder.
Okay. And there's bags next to the door? Because they're shoveling.
Yeah, they're
next to the
shoveling
door.
and trying to create this chain of movement. Yeah.
So I pull out my Wand of Scorching Ray
Yep.
and I shoot it
Are you up
the top of the ladder.
the top of the ladder? Okay. You shoot it up into the corridor at one of the bags.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh
You
my
remove a
God.
charge. So your Wand of Scorching Ray hits one of the bags of gunpowder. There is a huge explosion because of how contained it is in the room.
I get blown out into the water, no doubt.
I guess. Oops. Since you are at the
You're so
Top.
close, man.
Well,
Make
I
a-
had to do it.
make a dexterity saving throw, Urbag. Yeah.
Her bag
Obviously, you are
Her bag
visible
is
now.
dead.
Yeah.
Because I'm on fire. Make a dex
That's right, I'll
saving
send a
throw
horse
to
for
see
you.
If you die. Wow, great, thanks. Dex saving throw is
Not bad.
23.
You managed to duck behind the hatch and escape most of the heat of the blast. However, the explosion is huge and massive, and it rocks the boat even worse than the dragon turtle smashing the front.
Yep.
Meanwhile, the two of you, as you are at the lower deck, like you can
But we're
see.
on the railing, right?
No, you've
Really?
actually gone in.
We've gone
Yeah.
under.
So you've gone in, maybe, we'll say you've walked enough stairs to go down 2 decks. Strangely enough, the signs are in common, so you can identify like signs that says to the bridge, to the engine room, and things like that.
Yeah.
You can discern the direction towards the engine room, but as you are heading towards the direction, you hear this massive explosion at the front of the ship. The ship begins to kind of sway on its side, and you realize that
Capsize.
it is tilting towards the front, so it's actually going like that way.
I'm trying to get the fuck out. Because if it's going up, then I'm
Yeah,
going to be
you are
encouraged
going
to go
up.
up.
Yeah, you're going up. So whatever, well, you don't as a back, but out of game, whatever he has done has caused a hole, and the front is gradually becoming heavier than the back.
I'm still scrambling the fuck out.
Hey, Shiver.
Because of the
Hi,
tilt
Brad.
of the ship, it lifts up whatever propeller and engine, so the ship is not moving forward anymore. It's just going down that way
Yeah.
slowly. There's a huge explosion of heat and smoke
I'm getting out.
and everything.
I've got acrobatics. Like, I'm out.
Urbek, your side of the ship is tilting towards the sea.
I'm
You
assuming
see
you're
people
getting out.
scrambling around because they're obviously scared of getting eaten by a dragon turtle
Understand?
Yeah,
and falling into the sea and dying.
yeah. I run. to
However,
the-
you
Get a
still have
stand
your
for
footing because
turtle.
you were prepared for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you weren't surprised and
Yeah.
you passed your deck save, so you didn't get blown
Yeah.
up. You run towards
Oh, okay.
them.
Right.
No, I run towards the front of the boat where the dragon turtle is.
You run towards the front, but the front is already listing down into the water.
Yeah, which makes it easier to get
Okay.
to the dragon turtle.
You are running towards the front of the boat. They actually don't care about you. They're more concerned
like,
about saving their own lives, and drowning because they've realized the catastrophic damage the ship has suffered. They're probably gonna die anyway.
I was going to get out and then I realised I left Shay behind. So
What?
I was going to get out, run out, and then I realised I left my crew behind. So
Okay.
it's going to wait for us to,
All right. Meanwhile, the two of you, what do you do? So you feel the ground kind of tilting, that way. So you,
I tell Aisha to
you're
fly.
backwards,
I tell Aisha to fly back to the dragon turtle.
Yep.
I touch Demal and dimension door straight to the dragon turtle.
Okay, that works.
cool.
You have enough dimension doors?
Yeah.
Okay. You teleport back to the turtle, so it's only Urbex. So you see the dragon turtle there.
Yeah.
However, it is trying to avoid the front of the ship. So obviously it is to the side. You can see it.
Yeah.
However, it's a good 20 feet away. Down. Do you have a way of getting down?
Down underwater.
No, not down. Down at the water surface. So you're still high up above the water. I guess 15 feet.
That's not enough.
I pull out Steve.
Yes.
Just jump.
Steve can walk on water.
Yes, but you're still gonna fall 20 feet.
You're still
and
gonna
take
fall. Well,
20.
say 15 feet.
You're gonna take 2d6 worth of damage.
Oh,
Or whatever lands in the water will take 2d6 worth of damage.
If it lands in the water.
You can try to land on the dragon turtle's shell.
oh man,
which
I
is-
tried.
which
I
is- Which
tried.
is sharp and stabby. Taking more than 2d6 damage.
But
But it's slippery.
we're not in combat, right?
No.
So we can just do bullshit shenanigans.
Yeah.
So I can be like, because I would have seen Aisha flying.
You would have seen Aisha flying, not necessarily.
Everything's
She's at the
on
back of the
fire.
ship. She's at the back of the ship.
She's coming from the back
Oh,
of the
okay.
ship.
Would I see Shay and?
It depends on where they
Jamal?
dimension door.
Did you
If they
dimension
went
door
inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if
That
they
makes sense.
dimension door inside, it's fine. Aisha's the only one who has to land on the top and get in, and you.
Okay. Well, I mean,
But they have effectively gotten off the ship without much problem because one teleports and one flies. So it's just a bag.
I blew up the ship with no magic. Yeah, I.
You're not gonna sink because you're not wearing heavy armor.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I jump.
Jump in the water.
Yeah, fucking why not?
You get eaten by
Well,
the sharks.
Are you going to try and jump onto the shell?
Please don't. That sounds
No,
unwise.
no, that sounds like it would hurt more.
Okay. Make an acrobatics roll.
Acrobatics.
Yeah.
I love that. You can have my points for acrobatics. No, I'm kidding. That'd be amazing.
Surprisingly, I have a +6 for acrobatics.
Cool.
14.
Okay. So you manage to jump.
Right,
Wow, that's
okay.
actually quite amazing. You only take 3 points of damage because I rolled very badly.
Yeah.
You land in the water, but not as badly as you thought it was. And because of your acrobatics roll, you have gotten close enough to the dragon turtle where the swim to the shell is not going to be that difficult. So you swim there, and as you reach and climb yourself up, Aisha lands onto the shell. And then
Turns on me.
Aisha turns on you and stabs you.
Finally.
And no one realizes. You just back down in the explosion.
There's not enough space on the shell for both of us. You just need to hang on to the side.
The ship ahead of you as the turtle kind of just moves a bit further. You and Aisha, because you're on the top, you see the ship, multiple explosions on the ship, and it begins to break up, and eventually it snaps in the middle, just like Titanic, and it begins to sink really fast. The people on it scream, but they are unable to swim or survive in the chilling, freezing water, given the armor that they are wearing. So most of them will just say they, for all intents and purposes, die.
Oh, fuck, I forgot something.
What do you forget?
I was going to take some of their armor.
Yes,
The
that would have
proof.
been smart for identification or clues.
I got a bag of gunpowder.
That's not a well, not really a clue. It's an undescribable
So
bag
we're
of
in the
Wouldn't it have a
the two of you on the
turtle at the
inside.
moment.
Wouldn't it have like a crest or something on it?
How capable would I be of getting out and like swimming to go picking up a piece of armor?
You can, but something will happen first before you can even decide to do that.
Oh.
Aisha, for some reason being really nice, helps Urbag up onto the shell.
Ah!
And she says to you, "Did you do that?"
I'm like, yes.
She says, "Good going, Urbag. You seem to have demonstrated your prowess quite well these few days."
How fucking metal was that?
As the two of you celebrate your victory, and I guess the other two down there,
We're pretty happy. Yeah.
I guess you hope that these two are still alive. You notice in the distance a moment that sinks your hearts. Beyond the ship, after it sinks, you see a second ship. There is a thunderous boom of heat and fire as it opens fire on your dragon turtle where you are standing.
Oh, that's not good.
The explosion scatters all of you into the sea.
Wait, what? They're inside.
Yes, it breaks.
Oh, it breaks the dragon
It breaks
turtle.
a hole in the dragon turtle.
Wow. Okay.
The explosion scatters all of you into the sea, and the cold waters numb your pain as you slip into unconsciousness.
Oh, bollocks.
And before we end,
Oh, yeah. Before we end?
we'll say the four of you,
Everybody.
no Eleanor, the four of you awake in a strange place upon your knees, lined up in a circle around a black, bottomless well. So if I remember to take that circle black thing, I would have brought it, but I forgot. In front of each of you, there is a masked man, an identical one for each of the party. It looks like he's wearing the same half-mask skull helm from those mariners you encountered on the ship. He begins to laugh, but there is no sound, only an eerie silence. Then he raises his foot and he kicks you backward, like the 200 movie style, and you fall deep into the darkness. And we will end there.
Damn it.
Man, I don't
That's
feel like
bullshit.
there's any way to avoid
That's a
this.
bullshit party kill. Alright.
Unless we
Alright.
like turned ourselves
So-
into crew members.
Great campaign,
Correct.
guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no.
We'll see you next week with new characters.
So thanks for everyone that's come along, had a look. He meant 300. He said 200, but he meant 300. It doesn't matter. It was terrible anyway.
It was terrible.
So now that I can move and do things, hopefully we're going to do this more often. So should be same time next week. It might be the same place. I'm looking at the person that owns the house.
Should be.
Yep. So again, if you can go to the YouTube and hit sub on the YouTube, it's free. We just want to get the vanity URL. Get as many people as you can to just do that. That'd be great. Please, Shiva, please. Also, hi. Long time no see. But yeah. Peace out.